So it's always a pleasure coming your way on the best radio in the United States of America. I'm talking about Afro 614. We centered here in Columbus, Ohio. Now, if there's any program you should be listening to, you should be listening to Legacy Moments with your girl, Adwoa. This is a show designed to bring people right here into the studio so that they share their journeys with us, motivating us whilst we also learn from them. Now, remember, the show is streaming live on YouTube on Afro 614, on Facebook on Afro 614, and of course, around the world on Afro 614multimedia.com. My name again is Adwoa Anochwa, your regular host, always bringing you conversations that are scintillating, conversations that provoke the mind, and conversations that makes you know that you can also make it regardless of whatever you're facing in life. And if you want to get interactive with me or my special guest, yes, you can do this via a number of our social media platforms. On WhatsApp, I'll just send the number out, or it will be on this page. Just look it out, you would see it. Of course, you can also send me a DM on our growing Facebook community page on Afro614, or even send us an email on Afro614multimedia@gmail.com. Now, if you just tuned in, this is Afro 614 Legacy Moments with your girl, Adwoa Anochwa. And thank you so much for supporting the show, for supporting Legacy Moments, and for supporting Afro 614 Multimedia. Now, in a few moments, I'll let you know who I'll be speaking to. I'll be speaking to a very fine gentleman. I'm sure you've probably seen the flyers out there. Yes, but I'll still tell you more about him. But before I do that, you know, I always share a motivational message. And today I'm talking about letting go and letting God. Now, you know, most of the time, we face situations in life. You know, we plan things, we want things to go in a particular way, we want to have things done in a certain way. But some way, somehow, things don't go like we want it to be. Things go down the drain, we get disappointed along the way. If you're someone facing this, I want to assure you, encourage you that let go and let God. Do not struggle, do not fret, do not fight. Now, imagine being on a battlefield that you don't have to do anything, or having to fight someone that you don't have to do anything. And the one who created the entire universe and everything in it is doing all the work for you. Wouldn't you be happy to have someone do that? I love that verse in the Bible that says that the battle is the Lord's. And so if you're going through anything, I just want to tell you that relax. Just relax. Now, if there's anything you want to be fighting for, it should be that little thing called faith. Fight for that, and definitely you will make it. You will come out victorious. So that's a very simple one. Let me also know what you think about it. Please, please, please let me also know where you're listening to me from so that I can give you all the shout outs that you want. Now, if you just join me, this is Legacy Moments with your girl, Adwoa Anochwa. And I think it's time for me to tell you about my special guest. He's a very fine gentleman. Well, my special guest today is a community liaison and a legislative advisor right here in the city of Columbus. He's been very active in the area of community service by teaching and empowering the youth. He is also the founder of the Black Excellence Movement with a mission to unite and inspire minorities across the world. He's an ambitious young man, very eloquent. You know, we can go on and on and on. Very articulate young man. Like, indeed, my guest, he's defied all odds, and he's seated right here in the Legacy City to share his journey with me. And so I say, welcome, Harrison Poku Yeboah. As an achiever, we welcome you right here on the show. Thank you so much for having time to join me. I know you're a very busy person, but thank you so much for coming in here. It's a saying. Right, right. And see, Ekosing, how is the year going?
The year is going pretty good. It started all the goals that we've had in mind. We've been working into Ejmano Koso. As long as I say Ejmano Koso no dear, that means Nyama Koso Kama.
Nyama Koso Kama. Right. Harrison, yes. How do you want me to address you? Harrison, Poku Yeboah, which one?
Harrison is fine, man. I mean, my old nickname, Biano Mode Frame, Tamana Meye, Abofrani G Slim.
G Slim. It is a young one, G Slim, and I said,
he said, Manika Cranty.
It's a G Fat, and I said,
that's a Slim Cranty. Still G Slim, still goes right.
Sure, Matsi. So, welcome once again. Thank you so much for coming. So, before I started this whole thing, I shared a motivational message that I talked about the fact that people should let go and they should let God. Or mama say obi ko bibi mu na say bibi tete na just let it go and let God. Because unim say we all plan, especially say afina we all plan and want things to go in a particular way. I want to do this, I want to do that. But along the way, nyama be to miss which sometimes are very, very sad. And I say you don't really expect a disappointment. So obi will be musisi and I say or faces something similar. What would you tell that person?
I mean, I will repeat what you just said. Meaning said, let go and let God. What kind of God laughs at man's plans. So anything that you have planned, say one fine shit, nyankopon side, it's going to be very tough. And as I say, we are a woman. There's a lot of nyama honoma you can't control. Inti nyama untimi control. Now they are saying nyankopon side. Inti it'll help you very much. So faith is very important.
Perfect. Also, faith is very important. I'm here to suffer because I feel like, oh my words, no. Right. Inti G Slim and Harrison. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm funny
so let's begin. I know say Jenny no and yet Sena uti we didn't just get Harrison one
That's
day.
True.
A process. So sir, if you tell us something, how did it all begin? Whoa, and how was growing up like?
Yeah. I would say growing up, me to two quite be brave. Yes, me to two quite, but yeah, women were Italy. Now, yeah, women were Italy. My parents sent me back to Ghana, and I lived with many different families. It will different cities in Ghana. Until I was able to learn a lot when it comes to my foundation. Me de ma Ghana. Until yeah, women Italy. No, me call Ghana class. Until class 1. Na way me wo Kumasi. Class 2, na me wo Adenta. Class 3, na me wo Sunrai. And I'm atena teaching my dad. Until I've had the privilege to live in all the places in Ghana. Until me ba America 6th grade. And I'll say honomo na me be pinyi ewa America in the 6th grade when I was basically 13. But 25% of my life has been in Ghana. The other 25% has been in Italy. And then 50% of it has been here in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio. So I want us to take it step by step. It's also a one year call Ghana.
Yeah, woman on metna. I mean, Michian Nantie, Italy, but we Italy, during those times, in the very early 90s, it was very hard. Say, ubenya babysitter ne masa nti. Me ma me mo edeme ko Ghana. I mean, back then, you say, yeah, craboni, and I send a corner of Kusia Nyansan Kakra, but a idea, I think, say, boa me pa, Tamanami, Italy, into me call Ghana, no, not mean tea tree, na Italy, Kwana Mete, into it was a culture shock for me, but it was very helpful because I have family members, Niamo Mutimi Boame, but Kumase, and I am a first stop a mission tree, Kamishin, send a sika, me pacho, me dase, ane de be into. Kumasi na my first foundation.
It's a broad Drew Kumasi, a broad with me kai say me pacho me does it like how old? Ubet me a kai fiano wedi.
I was around. I'll say I was around 8 years old.
Okay.
Around 8 years old. It was around class 1, 6, 7, 8 years old. That was around the time.
Inti sena usi can it means and there's someone said I need picture memory bia or Italy because it looks like we very early.
Oh, I still have a lot of picture memories because I obika me ma me idea or take a lot of baby pictures into pictures I me in Brofufua me no mucha me first pictures were kindergarten to me called kindergarten in Ibibia or Italy. Nibibia I still have all those pictures, all those memories Nibibia sa into me call Ghana na me tena hoka kana me sound back no.
Call Ghana, no circle back to Italy.
Yeah, call back to Italy. From Kumasi to Accra, then to Sunrai. Into Sunrai, no, I'm back to Italy. From Italy, no, I'm back finally about America because that time na more be visa no mu say kwanda honoma Italy for betting me about America. Into Columbus and Casadia say yeah, can't one of the first families a free Italy by Mabusha for night. Italy for you, but I say very, very heavy. Around 2000, 2001. You buy nipa bebre, you buy a pa.
Right. Into Ube Kaisa, Oko school or Ghana, Ukai BB, like how are not school in it or Ghana?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Mekai pa, Namu boarding school, Ewo Kumasi, na school be an in media.
Okay, school knitting.
school no di men kai ba na me say nana bi nana eye school no ye ne dia na ye nana na oye nana bi hono na we omo be fire na ye nhye pan no ni ti atale na ye share through green and from blue
Okay.
until me refi school no din but I remember particularly because Italy no say uko school hono ma omo ejeje o so omo ye no nyama ba Ghana no me call hono na me ko hu say o class 1 na obi o class 4 betimi aka cho say kopra
Okay.
and that's in your massa those little boys nyama it happening to you made me into a tougher person for sure.
Auntie, Ebra was assigned call back to Italy. No, how was it like?
Oh, it was very. I felt say I was more mature because Ghana, no, I learned how to respect people, respect adults. Into me call Italy, no, the way I Ghana the way I'm for moving in me could do Italy, no, I felt say I was more advanced than many of Imbrofo for now no more because Ghana no answer say ubisua there no calculator ne nneɛma saa no ɛni hɔ nom nti ɛsɛ ɔtwe ne nyinaa gu tirim nti mekɔduru hɔ nom no na ma advance ba adeɛ a ɛboa me paa sɛ mekɔsua soccer bɔ ɛwɔ Ghana boa me ma me hu soccer bɔ nti meduru Italy no na metumi twetwe mborɔfofoɔ no nti no mu nyinaa pɛ m'asɛm
I don't know about my Black Stars.
Black Stars no saa time no na we I mean they be they be a corruption in them but because a woman were Italy no not initially no my goal my dream was say I'll be the first black person to play for the Italian national team but Balotelli a B team
Okay. Like I said, KB Aji World Cup no.
oh I did World Cup no me 19 teams so I can make me
That's it, right. So I'll come back to that. Into yen free ho, you said something. So we'll call back to Italy. No,
yes.
na amawa very matured.
Yes.
Into ube kase ube 2 hour 4 for say so mo form man ko Ghana for some time and
if you have the right family to protect him and to watch him because there's pros and cons to everything. Me koi no na na my family my and papa but it made me stronger meaning say hono no obia ensu so mu wankasa na obe sua how to be tough and move on to the next moving tea. Say oh abusia or Ghana obetimi aboa I would definitely suggest it because it shows you ubesua about the culture kakra ne nneɛma and surprise you tea. I would recommend it but say the obia mpese ne ba be free nche tea I think say be dey say obi best send ne ba say onko tena Ghana ne na abusia onko tena
right into Ebra will call back mo movie back US and
Yes.
say no. How was it like? Meaning say Italy so yeah
Yes.
so how different are Italy from America?
it was very different because
But that time no where the best is saying.
that time I was in the 6th grade until I'm at 11 12
Oh, mobile.
until still not being a teenager but it was a huge difference because Italy now it was very racist and Italy no we didn't have leaders like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X I know more on me say we tuntuma na say omoka the N word and that's omo frail monkey and that in masana you're used to it until me ba America no na be hu say embrofo ne akata for no ye will be a friend akata for ne ma but one thing a shock me ne say akata for no na omo ehuru me echen embrofo na me dwane free omo ho e wo Italy no na me say okay ma beduru America nti mahu akata ni a oye me nua but time no so na omo so omo huru say African booty scratch free Africa ne ma sa nti and also no me buy no e be ma me culture shock say even though say me tuntum I'll be tuntum there's a difference between me being African and them being Akatani.
All right. And why do you think say no mo yesa? Ebra wow ye tuntum mo yonko tuntum I then afol say na omuhuru sin abrofo no.
I mean I think say we a community and as a culture and you have been persecuted you always look for who you can persecute. Inti I think say because say them being Akata for no more go through a lot of challenges no me and me free Africa me buy no monte that and all back then no say we BT and I free BB 1-800 feed the children into before social media and nema say nema no muhu about and also omote about Africa no na you feed the children ne flies on your nose into me buy you know when you say usha wedding fee 11 12 na say all class and I say classmates ehuru into I was a stranger in the classroom into brofui na mente brofui papa broken English inti hono mo no e mo ehuru mi kakra ba e hye me den
Sure thing.
e hye me den
Were there instances are now on person we go school because of Sanya mana no mo yo.
oh yeah I mean there were instances nyama bebre a misua for example Italy say uko school wo Italy Atalia or the bar Monday, no, betting yasan share the same thing on Tuesday as long as say oko school undia grow emma hunye
Nana Italy musha uniform.
Italy na yin uniform into you share Atalia or the pebia the bus school. But me ba America no na bibe who say o share Atalia na say the next day o share the same thing on be who on make say hey you didn't take a shower you stink into me be who say school no e be ye entirely semne empaboa wo say o empaboa we e kire say o sika na say o popular but Italy no na enye talent and one say o boss soccer na say unimade na say unimade enti no ye culture shock me be sua ye say akata fondo de say unye cool guy why on count mo kra
Inti nasa no beka say raising kids in US na problematic more than like other countries no.
I would say in the beginning no in the early 2000s no they na then because na akata for no omunya ntenyenka de omunima ne de Hollywood etro mo TV so but she say dia menuka say de obia pese oye Africa ni the movie Black Panther by you know obia wants to know him pound no free everybody wants to know their African roots into a month for muko school America in the 6th grade during I say 2004 2005 no mu be huru ye pa but they say here unya kase ufri Africa oh really you from Africa where you from I want to know I've never been there but first no dear but they say I think say ote brofo dia I know say brofo your language is very international inti say oba America na say o try harder you focus on education at ebeboa
right. So if you just joined us, this is Legacy Moment right here on Afro 614, and my guest today is Harrison Pokuyeboa. He's indeed sharing his journey with me. I'm already enjoying it. It's been very humbling. I hope you also out there you also enjoying it. Right. Inti Obeka say Oba has say not still what the dreams of being a footballer because also in one and now person you'll be through US as
yes,
you know.
me be through US now I still had the dream of being a soccer player but me buy no na me wa inti na kata for no humi almost dey be we say about basketball but basketball no na enya ade a me do soccer no na me do
na de wa ball ana
I mean wa you I mean enya attention
and I
for
want me share go they be a fast
go betimi abon na betimi ahead ne ma soccer de na me bo pa
okay
inti but akata for no de omunya hu tenten na and I say kobo basketball go grab rebounds and dunk the ball inti na ya ade a na e wo me dream but me buy no the way we are say abrabo ni school ni college no nya ade a bitimi pursue soccer no the way na me pese me pursue
all right it's obi ananka o pese o pursue a ne nyama bebre ba ne say na fi go be engagement specialist no
nice engagement specialist no e buy it because matena Columbus 23 years ni nti we meka say mahu amanfo bebre o mo buy it the way our community no grow and change no na me start here no na me ni akata fo nkwa na me ni omo nti me call akata fo mu na ma call Africa fo mu nti na me hu say me wo akata fo ndan fofo and me wo Africa fo ndan fofo but nti mi fo mu mienu no enkam bom nti first no na me obi ana me throw parties nti from those parties no ne ma say no na community engagement eba me mu hu say okay there's a lot of niama wo ho my politics mu Africa for yenim I began to build a passion for community engagement. I make say, see, I so yet take Columbus no dear as I say almost so omudibu emaye. Ehun say yes so yet tikroma bi. Ti honum na me community liaison in yamano efa mu buy.
Right. Into base me share some learning experiences unyaye with us.
Oh yeah, I mean there were many different experiences me famu. I mean I would say me started no na because me ye Ghana ni no te me ye bibia Ghana but misua hu say enye Ghana for kwa na ye Africa for na ye was Sierra Leone for ha Nigeria for ha Liberia for ha nipa bebre wa senti te me hu say as say me find way na me emerge all the communities na ye one Africa instead say me nkwa me ye Ghana ni but ade ba kwa me hu ne say Ghana for ne Africa for ye entire any political engagement niema say Oko Club analysis is Stone Boy analysis akode ba ye benya nipa 300-400 mo agi omani but say ba niema ebeboa ban ne niema ye wom na untan hu Africa for intimi hu sa no nam ka say okay how can I be a liaison a connection say ta ban no per se omo ne krom for ekasa sena omo ne omo bekasa inti honum na yes some of the niema mission ka say I have to persistently go there and make these things happen.
Right now, oh, like I said, we no offer challenges be more na.
Oh, I went through a few challenges. One thing I'm coming to say, just identifying myself as a African man and letting them know, say, yes, you are happy, and we have different issues because omuhumia, omubefisa mi akata ni mi atenten, but me Africa ni so I have different issues and different problems. I me pese abino ehami in, and ya dia akata ni anything dealing with immigration or deportation e fall mo. Inti e idea mission who say quickly ni say manko ama me people like enya idea obi be ko ama ye. Inti those were some of the challenges I mean who say so mu chiche kana so mu my resources are ye no yensan can be.
Into no, oh yeah, and no. How did your parents take it? All these.
You know parents they be almost can't be busy for nothing. They be out the meeting, they be a meeting. You know our parents say on take jet when I say sitting on a helicopter out. But I'll say it drew baby no omo betia say dear me no eboa because say omo ko baby a man for ebo omo because say mi hu ba no TV so mi hu say oye we yo so ye near my inti omo hu say enya ade omo ba no be a lawyer and as a doctor but e ade as say politics and me de me hu ahye ma me pese me boa Ghana for ayete Central Ohio nti omo de empire ene awon the time chi
Right, into yen share him said that you be standing as mayor Columbus I say
I mean we e ade am for bebre e pese me here but the way our politics it here no baby our feel say you have to be strategic nti say no baby am me no I am working behind the scenes nti behind the scenes me boa more but they be I always say if it's by popular demand, I have no problem serving the people of Columbus. Inti enya idea me dwane free home, but enya idea so me de me say me pray gidi be bia me eba na ba amba me da so wani jim.
Right. Now also I founder for a Black Excellence
Yes.
movement.
Yes.
Yeah, I know so about saying.
Oh, Black Excellence no de me hu ye ne say na we had a huge gap. This was before the year of return as I say Ghana akata for any celebrities ko Ghana bebre no me hu say na Africa for no we are not connected with the Black Americans inti the under metimi aya ye nyina ye betimi aba in the same room to share the same resources ne niam I go through inti Black Excellence no me call Ghana 2015 me call who Elmina Castle ne masano and I share me then say what can I do to come back and bridge the gap between Black Americans, Black Caribbeans, and Black Africans so that we could come together on one accord. Inti me a few panel discussions, a few engagements, events me de akata for the Africans for. We talked about many different topics, relationship, finance. We talked about stereotypes. What are some things that you heard about? Inti it was very powerful. It was very emotional. And I mean, who say akata for no bebre honomona. They don't know where they come from and they want to build and know more about where they come from. Inti that was the beginning of the year of return at Emame de Call Ghana 2019 and I was able to be interviewed on TV3 by Berla Mundi this 2019.
Until cause 2019 and that's just all about America and one quarter till say 2019
The Ba America no man call Ghana until 2015. I went to 2015 after I graduated college. Until Honmona me call Elmina Castle. It gave me a bigger, broad understanding. Said there's more history to being a Black star, and there's more things that I could do. Inti when I came back to America, no nabi say akata fonu nyina no know about what's happening in Africa and how we're connected. So that's where the whole Black excellence philosophy came in.
Right. So how do you see Ghanaian community now? So how do you see it here?
The Ghanaian community here for the past 5 years, I'll say we have grown. So far, and say we have about I'll say 40 to 45,000 Ghanaians who are here. We find ways to communicate with each other through Asole Ayeko. So Ghana ni nasa pese bebia ubusana sa Asole ben ako. And we engage ourselves doing weddings, funerals in Emasa. But we are growing, but we could do better. We could do more. So me Somalia for and then Hispanics for ni Asia for ni Liberia for ni Nyama or Moyena. Columbus for yemu bebre honoma ya betina Columbus more than 30 years. Nyama bebre honoma ye betimi aye. But I had to say obia ni obia nti obia mpese obu obia nti but say no I'll say for the past 2 years no more people are starting to be civically engaged to really help out. We have a Ghana Fest that is coming up very soon, August 3rd. So that should just let you know, said, we're growing outside of just having a regular Ghana picnic. But if I say, Columbus for who said, yeah, to just black, but yeah, Ghana for, and I say, what?
See, and only near maybe I make us a Wiyama African community say, also in Ghana Fest.
Ghana Fest, yes.
And no Kwana there, other things.
No, there's many different things. You know, one thing I may try say, may I say, I don't just focus on Ghana for, but I say me boy, Sierra Leone for, Liberia for, May 25th, yeah, Africa Day. A year there, we're celebrating the independence of all the countries. Ghana Fest, idea back one year. Minimobia so all year the Columbus African Festival, which will be happening the last weekend of July. Into year one month will be Liberia first they have their Liberian festival. Into besides just Ghana festival in Yamano, I also try to find ways say how can we partner with these other African countries because but if we collaborate with Sierra Leone for Ghana, Guinea for Nemasana, we're more stronger together.
All right, yeah, that's it. So if you just tuned in, this is Legacy Moments with your girl Adwoa, and today my special guest is Harrison Pokuyeboa. He's telling us so much. Born in Italy, raised in Ghana, somewhere in the United States, and of course he's going on and on. In him say obekuso akoso nendru baby a nyakopon e de nebekoso amo. Inti Harrison also called Ghana 2019. I also called 2019 and now we near fear when also bella kokasaya. But how did you see Ghana?
Ghana, they be a me catch a kata for America and say you could have more than one bank account. You could have a bank account in America, you could have a bank account in Africa. Africa now show you in the early 90s. No, it's not the Africa that we're in today. You can invest in Africa. Right now, no, Ghana is growing. Abaya say no, they are opening their country. Say Akata for and Westerners will come up there and invest. By invest, no, not necessarily meaning said them taking advantage of our people, but Utim who said there's a curiosity of them wanting to know more about Ghana. For there's so much history at Ghana. Until it makes me more proud the more I learn about Ghanaians. But me call home in 2019, it just let me know, say, what young people are, or more Ghana, they're doing phenomenal. They're doing great things. And there's many different things. Until I'll say, the tourism department in Ghana has definitely grown, and it keeps growing. So say, so, talk Ghana tikita, one because I won't say, Obeboka, because one time, will be out to Dubai, no better. Say one say no obedient beko. I say there's growth in Ghana right now.
Right. Inti Harrison to say also call Ghana na officially say Ghana air coso and all that. We've had people or ma call back to Ghana during the year of return or my imagine said they even want to go and settle there. Obeka so munko settle wana.
Oh, if you have idea me catch what say before you make any decisions, you have to analyze your strength. There are some challenges and pros to everything, but I would say if you decide to go live in Ghana, it's a good investment if you're able to sustain it. But I would say for like at least 1 month, 3 months, 4 months to just see how living no city because the fast service I work I say no. It's not the same thing in Ghana. For example, even hospital care, America, quick. Ghana, no, you have to find ways to at least persuade people. You have to do logo way and things like that. But I would say if you have, I know, right, it's sad, but if you do have a family that's there and people that are willing to help out, it's definitely a good place if you have money to invest in buying property, real estate, or any type of business that you think, say, you're bringing a service to Ghana. It's definitely a great place.
All right. Inti, you've said so much. In fact, you're doing so much for Columbus. Thank you so much for the black community.
No, I'm humble.
You're doing so well, so well. I'm very, very, amazed because we have a lot of kids. Nibia, or
yes,
so what do you have to say about that?
I mean, it's sad. I mean, like I said, no, back then, no, not Africans for no, we came from a place that not Yehuye. Inti say, oh, Kasakwampana, keep your voice down. Oh, Shata, Legana, Kente, and I say, baby, I'll say, oh, home. me peso muhume. But I'll say, you know, because of social media, ne nneɛma a ɔmo ma Ghana it look so beautiful. No team say you know, nkora na ɔmo nti twi no say ɔmo wɔ fie a ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo ne ɔmo maame ɛka twi because they see the importance of being unique and being different. Nti twi deɛ, I will always encourage parents say nkora no brɔfo no deɛ ɔmo bɛsua ɔmo kɔ school a ɔmo nka brɔfo ba so ɔmo wɔ fie deɛ a making sure sɛ ɔno ɔmo nka twi ɛno na ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛboa me sɛ me maame ne papa even time and I yɛte Italy and I say yɛte America no they make sure say they bia yɛwɔ fie deɛ a ɔmo ne yɛka twi saa na yɛwerɛ mfi twi no anaasɛ werɛ fi twi no deɛ a ɛne yɛkɔ bye bye.
What's it? So right now, Yembra family.
Okay.
Inti Harrison, ha ufri unuanum you're saying.
Okay, I'm the oldest out of three.
Okay.
I have a younger sister and I have a younger brother.
Okay.
So you know the responsibilities of being the oldest. You go through, you start the journey, and you see the bad and the good, and then your parents make decisions from what they analyze with you for the rest. So I would say I am blessed to be the first one to go through some challenges where my younger siblings, me nuanom and from the same way I'm from.
Okay. Now Harrison, you'll be ampachowa wariana.
Oh, me pacho me wale. Minyan wale miniba.
Well, my mom busa second question. The crowd answer say miniba.
Oh, miniba. Say no there. I mean, you will be more on munyan wale about more. But
okay.
But yeah, minyan wale and minyan way.
Okay. Until yen training say in Chebiana.
Oh, of course, by God's way. Now say you order there near wale there. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Until enya there me dwane.
Okay.
Say nyamin yanko pon de breme dia mesum.
So, but say the on farm by
oh, to say the minyan wale yeah, but
I will be a Sunni pipeline.
Oh, me I will be our pipeline. I mean, didn't come but say I mean we are say woman say kawan shewa. It's not the final say so, but we will be a minute no a didn't come
okay.
Yeah, bonfire said that.
Oh, amazing. Inti Harrison, then why year we asked him more because wait dear, my proudest moments. Can obey me a kabibi kakra from home.
I have a lot of proud moments. I mean, I would say one proud moment. I mean, I was the first African homecoming king in Columbus public school history. Meaning, say Tamana Yeko school. I say a high school movie be a friend of homecoming. I was homecoming king. School no vote to my man for. But that time na you who Africans for any masano na nya dia ye bedwene ho kwampo say Africa ni betimi aba be ye homecoming king.
Okay.
But mitimi be ye the first African homecoming king. But that time na misha but I don't know ye high school days but as far as say as an adult I'll say my proudest moment is us being able to pass a legislation for Africa Day. Say May 25th Biano, Columbus, Ohio, we are going to celebrate Africa Day. Albino has put it in a resolution as to say a bit on that. Until we're the first city in the Midwest that will be honoring and celebrating Africa Day as a holiday, which we'll be celebrating. I'll say that's a very proud moment. Start to say me age mama city no. Say Africans are sitting at the table too. As they say or more year planning and I say city planning and I say anything beyond that. They say no more dreaming and no idea. I'll say I'm very proud of that I've done here in Columbus, Ohio.
Well, we're all proud of you. All kind of crowd is so proud. Let me see who they am sure. Right. Now time been so now what come up because wait here is my lowest moments. When you're crying and you ask a crowd why right free has it.
I mean of course, yeah, you know, we've been young before, we've had fun before and everything like that. I used to be a big time party promoter. I used to throw a lot of parties here in Columbus where celebrities used to come in, Akata for, Nagana for, all the stuff like that. And I would say those were just the moments because things happen at parties in Yamasa. But I'd say those would be like my low moments in life as far as throwing parties and stuff like that happening. But besides that, I would say everything that has happened with my brother has made me who I am today. So even the lowest moments has made who I am today.
Right. So if you just joined us, this is Legacy Moments and it's live right here on Afro 614 with me, Adwoa Anochwa. Once again, thank you so much for joining me always and supporting this show. I really do appreciate all of you. And this is special wishes to Abuna Oti Ajiman and Portia Owusu Owusu Kusi, from all of us here at Afro 614, we wish you nothing but the best. So Harrison, has there been a time Obiama with Futobia you felt a photo with the shape you like wherever Obeko e will be a siama wedru baby a wedru yana how with mini a share.
I mean, I'll say futua I shaping me is never take things personal, because ejuma na me want I work for the people. I work in politics. Into there's many different things that happen in politics. I say obiye bibi na say wofu and I say oye program na say who invite you obi na say wamba and I say obi kasa obi bibi na say wanya. Never take it personal, because if taking it personal, it'll just slow you down. You just have to understand. Say everybody is striving to better themselves. So if a decision is made, I just know say you open your heart. I'll say food it has helped me. Say I don't have time for, and I say why you me be or anything like that, because if you do me wrong, I don't take it personal. I keep it moving, and I learned that also by throwing parties, because you want people to come to your parties, you want people to come, and he said, "So be taking picture," and I said, "One about party, and I said, baby, don't get mad, it's okay, and you'll be on a bit me reaching." So I'll say that's a football by not taking things personal. Like I say, I could mingle, have relationships with people who has done me wrong, and I'm still best friends with them today because I never took it personal. Say I'm about to end my relationship with you because you didn't show up at my event, or you didn't vote for me, or you didn't vote for this person. One thing I learned in politics: never take things personal, because everybody's selfish on their own.
All right. Now, Sisi as on say youth no, especially more Ghana no, be bring na so person mo to kwine because almost say ejuma ni Ghana, and they believe say some back room has say na omo betimi aye. As obi a o champion blacks ni sanyaman a wo call Ghana so ya o champion sanyaman. What's then I'll be careful.
I mean, I will tell the youth in Ghana, and they say the same opportunities I will approach, because of the internet and social media, they have the same opportunity in Ghana as well. Abroche, there's nothing here. They be a catch a man for say abroche ni say obi ko ejuma wenye aduane di awada. And only abroche.
And also can't before because so say she ni how mo pesa say aden na won back.
I mean, as far as coming back, because anka me wo strong foundation anka me wo Ghana say all the way say because high school ni college wo Ghana. I'll be in Ghana right now because say that's where my network is at. Into what I'll tell the youth in Ghana, and they say, use where you're at, as your networking, because your network is your net worth. Into baby, I wanna use the internet to seek to better yourself, or to seek for personal development in Masano. And because whatever you could do in Abrochino, you could do the same thing in Ghana as well. But the only thing they say about Abrochino, they say, of course, it's much bigger. The resources are different. The internet maybe faster and things like that. But I would say there's not a huge difference. I will honestly suggest that there's more of a peace of mind if you are in Ghana than being here in Abuja.
Right. Now, if football been so now, the my youth generally, how media shape your life.
One thing I would tell the youth, which I wish I knew when I was younger, and say, make sure you get yourself involved. And when I mean involved, civically engaged, because we live in America now. And America is home unless you have plans on going back to Ghana to settle. But once you're here, make sure you get yourself involved. Make sure you serve. Make sure you volunteer. Make sure that you seek for opportunities at Adwoa and be relevant to the cause that is happening. And try to stay out of trouble. I mean, money, everybody's striving to be financially stable, but do not allow money to be your main goal where you will lose your dignity and your integrity just for a few pieces of change. Your honor and your brand and your person is more important than any finances that will come. So one thing that I would say, not to sound so cliche, is make sure you build a personal relationship with your faith. So if you're a Muslim, if you're a Hindu, if you believe in Jesus, whatever is going to help you stay strong or pure to yourself is very important, because there's a lot of mental health near my air. I said, you will very be sad in this world that we're in. And only a futua the youth of I say everything is possible. Just put your mind to it.
Mate. It is to say, no, Enchebia will wrap up, but me person me busa saying, say no football, no, you're watching crown, and I said there's still.
Football, no, dear, I could cry and tears. I said, me could go me movie around. Still, but that's so soccer, no, every Sunday, the SDA church, you share on the Westerville Park and play every Sunday.
Oh, yeah, SDA, Niana.
SDA. And there are different things in life which I always say that there's three things that always bring people together, which is Adriane and Yum and the sports. We try to find ways say, yeah, this sports no soccer no, you be used to engage with people. They be too young for. Every Sunday piano, we have at least 20 to 25 boys. Yeah, backpack on a soccer. Soccer no there are still there.
It's still there.
Heavy.
Right. But when him say and also Ghana Music Awards on nights Ghana. I don't know if you listen to Ghana music.
I watch YouTube. I follow YouTube videos and stuff like that. So I know say today is Ghana's biggest musical awards that they honor and respect. I know it's a time difference, and I'm sure it says happening right now.
Yeah. And so not me busa because me busa. So what tip you be a Osha obe winning overall artist of the year or special person? Yeah.
It's been a very controversy. I've heard. I heard say there's a PAC Esther Lady Bia. I guess her congregation is rallying around her. They're rallying around her. But I would say
Ebiso say Black Sheriff.
As with Shatawale old manager no car say I'm part of the world. I'm with Black.
What's his name? Is it Bulldog?
Bulldog the car say no he's with the world. He's with Black Sheriff. But I would say from an American Ghanaian here, Black Sheriff has been able to touch and reach a lot of people with the business decisions that he's made with signing up with Empire and diversitizing his music. I would say Anka Black Sheriff should be the one that deserves to win Artiste of the Year. I know say Stonebwoy, you did this really reggae hall for a few times in TSSL, but Ghana politics is different. It's all who you know, but say Black Sheriff I don't think Samanfo will be disappointed.
Okay, now so when we near, will you be disappointed?
So when we near, I think this is when character shows in. How do you handle when things don't go your way? So I think it will be a testament to see how the Ghanaian people go. And I think it will even help out Ghanaian artists prepare themselves, because sometimes, you may have a good song, but if you don't put in the work to let your fans vote for you now, not say somebody else is willing to put in the work, say almost fans, who did it, and it for them to vote out, and then you'll learn a lesson. But I think it will be a nice topic of discussion for radio personalities to talk about. So like I said, anything good or bad is still good for the media, so they'll take it.
Right. So when you wrap it up, you be quite be kokame person me busa senti America Adwoa na osha movie ba has seen Adwoa like I'll say shape you into the power person yourself or call into so support Black excellence ni sanya man.
I'll say America Adwoa me pa in many different ways, not just necessarily say brofo mi besua kan, because me ba America na mente brofo na tree ne Italy kwana mete. But I'll say the history of America, what they've done in the world, it has given me the entrepreneurship mindset. Say everything is possible. Right now, I know that it's possible for me to have a job at the White House. I know that it's possible for me to be impactful and influential when it comes to worldly decisions. In America, say if you have a voice and you have a passion now, people will listen to you. And I think say in Ghana, unless your family is well connected or you know somebody that knows somebody, but America, you could not be a nobody. Nobody knows my family's last name or anything like that. But if you have a voice and you're willing to work out, you will reap the benefits of the seeds that you plant, and you'll be able to drink the fruits from it. So I would say America did Adwoa in many different ways.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see you at the White House.
Amen.
Honestly,
Amen.
I would, and I'm pushing for that,
Amen.
and I hope
Grace.
to see you there someday.
Amen.
Amen. Right. See, favorite holiday destination, himfa.
Ooh, favorite day holiday. I'll say right now. No, Ghana December has been the new buzz that's happening. I'll say Ghana December. Mini G when I went there, 2019. I have friends who are co-founders of Afrochella, which is now Afrofuture. So, just to see, say, Ghana for new America, no, are willing to go back to Ghana and excite the tourism department. You know, is very exciting. I'll say December in Ghana right now, no, but next year, by God's grace, Metroid, no, my quote, quote, in Easter, just to see how. Quote, I don't know if that's in Kamiya, quote. 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 Yeah, quote. Yeah. Quote. I've heard great things about quote in Easter and stuff like that too. So I do plan on going there eventually.
Right. Into or plans in future, no. In the next 10 years, no, where do you want to be, or where should we expect to see you?
Oh, I mean, within 10 years, I hope my work experience has extended by me being able to be a senior advisor in the White House, having a committee in the United Nations, being able to have a table at the African Union. Whatever I do, I want to be able to serve the African community to bring awareness to us. Of course, a lot of people have dreams about having a United States of Africa, but you got to have the network and the capability in order to do that. So I'll say within 10 years, I still see myself in politics, serving, but I highly definitely, if I'm not an elected official, I will be working either as a chief of staff or a senior advisor on any committee that is be able to bring awareness to the African community within 10 years.
Right. And so would you say that someday you will retire or Ghana, Ghana? To be
I definitely do plan on having Ghana will always be my home. I do plan on having a home in Ghana. I do plan on having a home here in America. But like my father does, I want to ba America no akoshe wa Ghana. Sno no nya kwa no asamba back. But Ghana will always be home. But in order to have the confidence to live in Ghana, no, you also have to have the skin to be able to like live there, because it's definitely way different than the American culture for sure.
Right. Inti yebeko crowd final words and a special shout out to Obiaswa. You can do it.
My final word is to tell people, get involved and be willing to serve. And by serving, no, not necessarily financially, but anything that you have in mind that you feel that you have a nonprofit. Because a lot of people have a good heart. They want to help either the homeless, they want to help children when it comes to infant mortality. They want to do. All you got to do is, if you have a vision now and you have a plan for it, seek for the people who are around the same field, and you could bring those things into fruition. So that would be my last word, that being in America, anything is possible. And as far as shout out, I would like to shout out you guys, Afro 614 Media. I know how hard it is to have a media within our community right now, and you guys willing to be the spearhead and be that voice for all Africans, not just Ghanaians, but all Africans. And shout out to you guys, shout out to you, Joe Boy, my family, and anybody that's listening. So if you're contributing to the success and the growth of Africa, I also give you a shout out, because there's a lot of people who work behind the scenes that people don't know about. I'm sure people didn't even know that we have at least 4 to 5 people who work in the city of Columbus, in the mayor's office and in the city council's office, who are working day and night to make sure that policies also impact us and affect us. So I'm proud and I'm happy to be part of Columbus. Columbus is growing. We are the 14th biggest city in America, number 2 in the Midwest after Chicago. We're close to 1 million people. By 2050, we're expecting to have at least 2 million people join us. Intel is coming here. Google just announced that they're going to have their second data center that is happening here. So there's a lot of growth that is happening in Columbus. So I love seeing people from Virginia, Atlanta moving here, especially right now on the east side of Columbus, which if you drive down Hamilton Road with the new Saraghat that's there, if you go inside, there's a new Ghanaian restaurant in there. There's a Ghanaian barbershop. There's a Ghanaian hair braiding. So right now, Columbus is a place that is welcoming to all Africans. And he said, "Uye Ghana ni na se o Ghana na se o pese utukwanya menko New York, menko Canada, Columbus, Ohio.
That's why I'm
No problem, man. As long as you vote, we'll be fine.
Thank you so much,
No
Harrison. I've really enjoyed today's conversation.
Excellent,
It's been very humbling, honestly. And I can foresee that someday we'll be at Jamal White House.
Amen. I'm humble.
Seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So thanks to all of you for joining me today and for watching the show. This is what the show is about, basically to bring people here to motivate us with their stories. And that's what exactly Harrison has done. He's doing so much for the African community, and we are definitely proud of him. Thank you so much for Harrison for joining me
Appreciate
today.
it.
Thank you, and thank you. I know you're a very busy person, but you took time off to be here.
Thank you.
So that has been today's episode of Legacy Moment with your girl Adwoa Anocho. On behalf of all the producers here from NS, Joe Boy, everyone, thank you so much. Until I come your way next week, it's bye-bye.